Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Dover-Sherborn High School. Bruce Glazer, Brad that's you. Brad Crandall, Cam Crandall on camera, Debbie Glazer on stats as Martha's Vineyard. The Vineyarders come in here for the first time ever to play the Dover-Sherborn Raiders. Brad, the Vineyarders are 4-0. The Raiders are 5-0. Something's got to crack here.
Oh, wow. This is going to be a good one here.
The starters, Rodriguez, Story, Coster, Roberts, and Lake for the visitors. For the home team, Rinaldi, Windle, Melchionda, Brian Olson, and Luke Spellman for the home team. And we jump. Raiders going right to left as we look at it. Vineyard is going left to right. Rodriguez controls the tip, gives it off to Josh Lake, and they work it up. The point guard is, I don't know, number 4, Nate Story. Story with the ball. Couldn't see his number. Feed inside Rodriguez, and we're underway. Missed. Rodriguez is their key scorer. He wears number 1. His first name is Mateus. Around to Lake. They started up again with Story. 35-second shot clock, and they got lots of time to work with. Story driving. Nice feed inside Rodriguez again. He's stuffed by Olsen.
Yeah, nice stuff there.
You're looking at John Windle. Luke Rinaldi. Nice feed at the foul line. In comes Melchionda for the first points of the game.
Nice soft touch there to finish off that layup.
2-0 Raiders, a minute into the game. Chipped out of bounds by Rodriguez. It'll be home ball. Visitors dressed in purple with white trim. The home team in blue trim with white uniforms.
They all got the same shoes on, too.
You know,
Vineyard.
the sneaker outlet was having a sale.
I know, right?
Rinaldi outside comes in for a 2-pointer. Shoots and scores. 4-0 Raiders. Last year, these two teams played on the island, and it was a hot game for the Raiders, but not so much for Martha's Vineyard. This is the rematch, you might say, at Dover-Sherborn. Outside shot by Roberts. Bang! 4-3 Raiders.
Beautiful shot there.
Luke, a slow pass stolen away by Roberts. Gives off to Nate Story. He wears number 4, so in learning his name, I called him 4-Story. Get it? Building? All right, never mind.
No, I like it.
That was just for me. Spellman to Luke. Rinaldi in the corner for Brian Olson. The junior looks around, cross court for Window. Jono in the paint. Jono fades away. Off the rim. Or otherwise known as Story comes down with it. Off the rebound by Rodriguez. Comes over the timeline. Steele knocked out of bounds by Spellman. Hello to all of you on the island who are watching. We appreciate you watching this live stream from Dover-Sherborn Cable TV. We also have fans in other places. Grandmother Rosalie of Jonah Windle is watching from Florida once again. And some of the Rinaldis are watching while on vacation. Plus others, we hope. 4-Story to Rodriguez. Handoff to Coster, one of the captains. Coster to Story. Working on around inside. Outside, Rodriguez. He's a big body. 21, Torrey Roberts. Lane, short. Ball bounces around. Melchionda loses it. Came right into the hands of Story. That wasn't Story, that was Coster. He went for the reverse layup. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Vineyarders' ball.
Yeah, then Olsen got a block.
Putting it in play, Toby Roberts. Feed for Rodriguez. He can hit him. Outside shooting for Lake. He shoots well from the outside. This team is a good outside shooting team. Story off balance, scores.
4-Story.
4-Story, yeah. 4-Story. Can't use it too often. People get sick of it.
Yeah,
they change the channel. And we need all our viewers.
Well, they can't because we shut off the...
We shut off the huddle feed.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
It's stuck with us.
Yeah. And you know, the newspapers, they don't always cover up high school basketball.
No.
The Herald does the best they can out of Boston, but they're not favoring this area or the Cape.
Nope.
And the Metro West, you don't see a lot on it anymore because they don't have as many reporters. Luke shoots off the glass, controlled by Lane. Hands off to Story, whose real name is Nate. Nate puts a left hand up.
Oh, good steal there.
Showing a window all the way, left-handed layup. 6-5 Raiders, 4:39 to go. Story. Windle stays on him. Dover-Sherborn in a man defense. Roberts comes left side. Hands off to Coster. Coster, captain Rodriguez, and Roberts are the captains for the visitors. Lane outside. In and out. Story tries to control the boards. Roberts shoots, hits. Toby Roberts for 3, I think.
Yeah.
8-6 Vineyarders. Melchionda for Spellman. Windle. Luke Rinaldi, a captain, shoots a bomb. Clang. Down to the arms of Toby Roberts. Story will set it up from the right side. Story all the way in. Brian Olsen goes for the block. Tip good by Rodriguez.
Yep, he gets his first
Timeout,
points.
Rick Grady. He does not like the defense, that's for sure.
You know, I realized Roberts is the same height as Olsen, so.
Is it Roberts or Rodriguez? Number 1?
Oh, yeah, Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez is a tall body and a scorer. Matter of fact, I got some stuff on him. In his last game against Sandwich, it was a romp, a 40-point romp from Martha's Vineyard.
Whoa.
Rodriguez scored 24 in the first half and had 26 for the game. Well, they took about it for a while and they slowed it down. Nate Story had 19, and Sam Zach, who we haven't seen yet, had 8 points for the Vineyard.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know. Thank you for that, Bruce.
You're welcome, sir. My privilege.
I was curious.
In their last game at Nipmuc, the Raiders won that one, 63-48. Rinaldi had 19, Olsen 12 and 12 points and rebounds. Melchionda 10 and 10 points and rebounds. It just happens that way, you know.
Right.
I also have some season summaries with the Raiders coming in 5-0. I have 5-game summaries we'll get to at some point. Okay, this timeout, Melchionda will put it in play with Windle to his right. Windle. Windle to his right. Over the Raider at midcourt. 24. Olsen in the paint, turns around, lays it up, no good. Look at Olsen! Oh my gosh, what a rebound and an off-balance bucket.
Yeah, great individual effort there by Olsen.
That is intimidating by just what he did.
Right?
Yeah. Story goes around a pick.
Olsen won the
Way
whole
outside.
Vineyard team.
Got to watch that kid, 33 Lane. He's got a good shot. He's going to start hitting it eventually.
He's got good height, too.
Melchionda. Fang has come into the game, 15. Olsen shoots, and it's short. Up in the air, Fang at the foul line for 2. Boom!
Nice. Fang's a great player off the bench. Brings that spark.
And that's what you need.
Yep.
You need guys coming in and spelling other guys and playing well. Tipped away by Melchionda. It'll be purple ball. I don't know. Oh, Norton's purple. That's right. Norton's the other team that we see in purple.
Mm-hmm.
Way outside for Ryan Costa. Story will set it up. Looks around a pick. Looks around 2 picks. Now he brings it outside. Lane wants to shoot. Nope. Costa rather. Costa inside to the big guy. Rodriguez is going to go up and miss.
Yeah, good job there by Olsen contesting him.
Fang down the floor on a tip. He gets the ball and misses. Gavin Lynch came in. He gets the rebound, but he gets away from him, and Story comes back the other way. Story dribbling hard on a fast break. Left side to Lane. Fakes the 3. Comes baseline. Turns it around to Story. He takes the 3. It's too deep. Rebound inside. And Lane doesn't want to shoot from there. I don't know why. Does a pivot and shoots and misses. Ball banged around. Oh, this is an aggressive team. They like the rebounds. Up. Story. Good. Got to stay tight with them. They play the same way you do.
Right? That was an excellent pass, too, behind the back, like sneaky handoff.
These teams are going to go at it for a full 40, whatever it is. 40? No, it's 32.
You do the math.
32 minutes. Window. Good!
Hey! Jono, nice shot there.
13-12 visitors. I think when I fell down between games, my head is a little lopsided.
I wasn't going to mention that.
We don't have highlights, do we?
I almost took a picture, but
come on, you can talk about it. Lane in the paint at the foul line has nothing.
Figured Rodriguez. I'd check your well-being first.
Yeah. Then you ran the other way. Rodriguez scores and gets fouled.
Wow.
Yeah, these are the worst stands I've ever been in my life, and I will say it for the rest of my life, and it is so easy to fall. After I fell, I saw somebody else come up, and he went down a little bit. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
And I'm sure for the visitors, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Is there an elevator?
Mm-hmm.
It is a safety problem if you're not careful.
It is.
So at the line is Rodriguez. He'll shoot one. I think he's got 6 already. He had 22 against Falmouth. He had
Yeah, he's dangerous. You can tell he's very athletic.
14 against Sturgis West Charter, which is, I think, in Hyannis. Windle with the ball, left pivot, left wing. Olsen inside. Nice feed, Melchionda.
Wow. That was an excellent move there. Great pass as well.
Everyone's got 15 points, 40 seconds to go, 45 seconds to go in the first quarter.
You know, Josh Lake was all over him, too, and he still got that in. Wow.
Nice 3 by Sam Zach, who just came in as a replacement.
Silky.
All net. 15-18, Raiders trail. Windle with the ball. Top of the key. Olsen going one-on-one with Rodriguez, 1-on-2. Tries to draw the foul. Instead, they get the ball back. 2 subs coming in. Rinaldi returns, and so does Spellman. Lynch and Melchionda are out. 22 seconds to go in the quarter. Fast-paced. That quarter didn't take long, did it?
No, it didn't. Full of action, too.
We're only 10 minutes into this game. You realize that? Maybe 9 minutes, actually. Game could be over in half an hour.
This might be the best basketball we've seen this season.
So far. Windle. Hook outside. Spellman tries to keep it in. Olsen with a last-second shot way off the mark. It's not going to matter.
Yep.
At the end of 1, Dover-Sherborn 18 and Martha's Vineyard.
No, the opposite.
Yeah, thanks,
Raiders
guys.
15,
I had
Vineyard
bumped
18.
my head.
Yeah, he bumped his head. We're going to put you in.
Debbie saying, I don't see any difference.
Put him into a concussion protocol.
Martha's Vineyard 18, Dover-Sherborn 15. You should bring me a hockey helmet for the next game.
As you were falling, I tried to grab you, and I just couldn't.
Can we stop mentioning it now?
All right, fine. No,
It's not a lifetime thing, okay?
Years from now, we'll be talking about that one.
I noticed Sebastian was running outside the gym to hide. So he went down again.
Yeah.
But I got back up.
Oh, I just saw Scott Martin, our hockey announcer, walking in.
Oh, is that him?
Yep.
Oh, why is he sitting on the visitor side?
Not sure.
He got traded.
Come on, Scott.
You know, we were talking during the girls' game about Pele, who passed away this week. And Pele was the only soccer player who won 3 World Cups. And if you go on YouTube, you can watch Pele play. He died at 82. And the guy was incredible. So incredible. European soccer teams wanted him. But Brazil, his team, made him a national treasure, which meant he could not be traded. Shot, Spellman, no good.
That's pretty amazing.
It'll be purple ball, a national treasure, and he cannot basically be someone else's. Well, that's a great idea.
Yep.
Well worth it, too. Bringing the ball up, Sam Zach to Story. Story. Feed down low, nothing. Story gets it back, shoots, hits.
Oh, nice shot there. Nice move.
They're not going away calmly into this good afternoon, are they?
No.
No. They're showing us a 2-3 zone on defense. Windle. Olsen, high post. Olsen wants to drive in Rodriguez. Not easy to do, but he gets fouled. Yeah, Olsen's going to have his hands full with Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez looking confused here. What? Cross-court pass there by Olsen.
Luke.
Oh.
Wide to the right. Lane. Hands off to Story. Sees right side. Zach.
Yikes. How?
Wow, huh?
How?
23-15. Raiders are in a contest. They trail by 8.
It's dangerous off the bench.
Zach has 5 points already.
And you said he had 10 last game off the bench, huh?
Spellman, a prayer. Rodriguez with the boards.
Got to think Grady might be calling a timeout pretty soon. But
Well, Rodriguez may be the biggest force they've seen all season, and they call timeout. Yeah, you got that right. Melchionda will return, and Roberts will come in for Lane for the Vineyard team.
No timeout yet.
No? Oh, I apologize. Just subs. No timeout. Story. Short. Olsen foul going the other way. Put the fouls on Rodriguez. Rodriguez is called Matty. His real name is Mateus. And down in the Vineyard, they have a husband and wife. And Rick Rady and I were talking about it. They've been doing the games for years. The husband runs camera for cable, and the wife does the announcing all by herself.
Oh, that's great.
And she knows every team. And he said she knew Dover-Sherborn's players when they came in. Luke shoots short off the orange.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she just does her homework, and she does a nice job doing the games. Story comes back. Zach again. Zach short. Ball bouncing around off a couple of heads. And break it away is Olsen.
He's going to dunk it.
Boom.
Yes.
Nice soft dunk. 23-17. Raiders quickly back on D as Story brings it up. Melchiondo looks at him. He goes around a pick by Rodriguez. Story shoots. Too deep. Olsen, no trouble with the boards. Outside for Luke. Bomb by Glick. He's short. Story yelling out what he wants. Driving inside is Napier, who just came in, number 20 for Martha's Vineyard. Cam Napier.
I didn't mean to steal your water.
It's okay, I stole it back. Napier will put it in play. 220s going at it. Glick and Napier. Inside for the big guy, Rodriguez and Olsen. Here we go! In and out. And that was the presence of Olsen that made him rush that shot.
Yep.
Melchionda changes hands. Gets away from one. Outside. Fake. Window. 3 for Luke.
Ooh, just
A line drive back to Melchionda. Gets fouled. No call. On the floor. Ball bounces around. Nice play by Martha's Vineyard as Napier didn't travel on the floor. Got the ball over to Rodriguez. And Story brings it up.
That was just an excellent hustle there by Napier.
Zach. Sam, nothing. Coming inside, Napier. Hands off to Rodriguez.
Wow.
Nice feed.
Right? Who's this guy? Napier coming in.
They got a good bench, too.
Yeah, they do.
This is going to be quite a contest. 25-18. 17, rather. The Vineyard in the lead. Glick outside. High post. Olsen back to Glick. Thought about the 3 at the foul line. Gives off to Windle. Clangs back out to Windle. Gets his own boards. Set shot by Melchiondo. Way off the mark.
Oh, man.
Subs coming in. Wang will come in along with Dummer. And out goes Glick and Rinaldi. Two-man sort of a press in the backcourt. Stories comes around it. Junior passes off to the right to Zach. Another junior. Gives it over to Napier. Napier working against Fang. Left side. Story in front of Rick Grady. Down low. Chipped away. It'll be purple ball.
I swear, the kids are just getting taller every year, Bruce.
Ball deflects, kept in by Purple. Outside Story brings it back. Nice shot.
Napier, huh?
At the buzzer, 10-point lead for Martha's Vineyard. Fang across court. Back to Windle. Windle off balance. Foul on the floor. So that, Cam, how does it go? Do not go lightly into, how's it go? All right, do not go easy into the good night. Is that Frost? Is it?
Huh.
Okay.
I don't think I've
Cam
ever
thought
heard
it was
that.
Frost. I've heard it And I just forgot who said it. Robert Frost, who's a local New Englander, of course. Spellman. If that's wrong, blame Cam.
What a nice play by Fang.
Shoots, skims it down to the arms of Lake. I knew they were going to be tough, just looking at the way they played on video before. Climbing his jumper, Harry gives off the back of Fang, actually.
It was off a back, yeah.
Yeah, and just deflected down to Olsen.
Dumber.
Jumper.
Ooh.
2:25 to go in the half. 10-point lead as Story holds his fist up for the play. His coach is Mike Joyce, assisted by Kane Arojo and Asil Cash. Ball bounces around, got loose, taken away by the Raiders. Fly pass down the floor. Dummer waits for it, steps back outside, hands off, gets it back. He shoots a three. Those outside shots are not working right now.
Not at all.
Story behind the back. Yeah. We got a offensive foul on Story.
Yeah, Olsen and Dummer coming to the bench for Lynch and who just came on? Spellman.
Spellman came back in. Melchionda to Luke. Cross court to Spellman for the long one. Oh, that looks so smooth, but it just didn't have the right spin. Coming inside. Nice feed to Rodriguez. Doesn't know what to do with it. He's got it tightly by Luke, and he gets away and scores.
Jeez, he's good.
Timeout, Rick Grady.
Yeah, you know, I thought they were going to call a timeout a while ago. No. Yeah, what a run here by the Vineyard.
You're looking at Story's had 20 points in a game, 9 points in a game. Lake has had 10 points and 10 rebounds against Falmouth. Lake's 6'3", but he's got a great leaping ability, number 33.
12-point lead here for the Vineyard.
It was a 3-point lead at the quarter, and now they've built it up as Dover-Sherborn only has 2 points in this quarter.
Just a lot of missed three-pointers.
Yeah.
Probably like close to 5 or 6 of them.
This is a very warm gym today. Excuse me. Before we go to halftime break, Brad, I want to go over that Boston Herald piece.
Oh, yes.
And then we'll go to break and have there be scores at the end of the break.
It was a good piece there.
Yeah, last Christmas Day, Boston Herald, a story about the abuse of high school officials and coaches. Doesn't matter what the sport is. It's just become terrible, actually, is a good word for it.
I've seen it firsthand, too.
Oh, I have too. Spellman, we'll go over that. Luke Rinaldi shoots. Luke Rinaldi scores.
Yeah, there it is.
And that ends a drought for Dover-Sherborn, 10-point game.
We need him to be heating up here.
Lane, make that Lake. Outside bomb, up and down. Fang at the baseline. What a nice steal by Rodriguez. Story outside, comes baseline to the big guy. Out deep, here comes a bomb.
Jeez, that kid is automatic.
Sam Zach came in as a replacement. I believe he's got 8 points.
He must have a basketball hoop at home.
I hope so. Outside, Fang. Oh, just way off. Never seen him. I've seen them not score well, but not this shooting's way off.
No.
20 to go in the quarter. Lake doesn't get it and goes on a travel call. Oof, he's okay. Gets up slowly.
Gotta wonder what Grady's gonna lay into him at the half, you know?
Yeah. We've seen in tournament them down at half, and he says something in the locker room, and everything changes in the second half.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm expecting hopefully one of those. He's going to have a sit down with them, that's for sure. Or maybe they won't sit down. Melchionda switches hands over the timeline to Luke. 5 seconds in the corners.
Glick.
You could tell it didn't have the right arc. Caps over. At the half, Dover-Sherborn trails 32-19. 14 points in the quarter for Martha's Vineyard, only 4 for the Raiders. In the Boston Herald on Christmas Day, there was a long article, you can still look at it, about coaches being abused by parents, and about coaches and parents abusing officials. And one of the quotes from one of an official, we're not going to throw names out here, Brad, but one of the officials said, we're going to lose officials, especially at the lower levels like JV, freshman, middle school. People are not going to want to officiate when people are yelling at them. And I've seen it at visiting games. I've seen too much of visiting games where a student body got on our visiting team, the Dover-Sherborn Raiders, and the student body was yelling, and the principal was standing right in front of them. It did nothing. I saw a football game here where you had people.
Would they play Watertown?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, it was Watertown.
Yeah,
Not that we want to. You know, we're not picking on Watertown,
yeah.
but they were screaming, and there was some upsetness going on. It's awful. Now, this past week down in Cohasset, Essex High School, or Essex Academy, I'm not sure what they're called. Excel it's called. And they came over to Cohasset to play Cohasset, and Cohasset won the game. But in the middle of the game, an Excel player punched the official in the face.
Unbelievable.
The game is called off, and the Boston schools say we're going to punish this kid, etc., etc. But here's what it is. The MIAA talks about it. We'll have meetings. We'll have workshops. All great. We'll put out papers on it. But someone has to be punished so everybody learns a valuable lesson, or we're going to have less people wanting to coach, less people wanting to officiate.
Or the refs are going to start swinging back.
No, they're not going to swing back, but you don't want to see a call. We had a game here a few years ago where a visiting fan got so irate he had to be removed because he was yelling his head off. Happened in a football game. It does happen. Now, for the most part, Dover-Sherborn fans have been well behaved. I can only remember one fan getting out of hand, but it was just him. And but I really haven't seen it. The student body here, when they yell at the other team, for Dover-Sherborn student body, they are good-natured, they're fun, they're not putting anybody down. But you got to keep it within parameters. There's good yelling and there's bad yelling, and you cannot go after officials and coaches. No, it's not allowed.
That's true. Well, thank you for that, Bruce. Anything else?
No, did you want to add?
I mean, I agree. I also want to eat a slice of this pizza.
Oh, so you just let... Okay, we're going to break. We'll be back.
No, but in all honesty,
He's your brother.
I mean, the workshops might help, I don't really know.
But I think the coaches themselves, in some cases, they have to have a relationship with the fans and their players that don't allow this on a statewide and nationwide basis. You just can't have one team at a time doing this. It's got to be a group effort, state by state, town by town, whatever it is. It's got to be done consistently, and there has to be penalty when you do it.
But you know what, too? There are sometimes there's just a few bad eggs, And that could have been it too, So, I don't know.
By the way, your brother told me, do not go that lightly into the night. Do not go easy into that night is a Dylan Thomas poem.
Dylan Thomas, huh?
It's a poem, right? Yeah. It was not Robert Frost, so now we have that corrected. We're going to take the briefest of timeouts, let you watch the other team warm up. You are watching Dover-Sherborn, live stream of Dover-Sherborn and Martha's Vineyard basketball.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Both teams are back to their respective benches after warming up at halftime. Raiders coming out a little later than Martha's Vineyard for their warm-ups. Probably they had to set something up for this half, I would imagine, to see what happens. Raiders on the season, 5-0. Their leading scorers are Rinaldi, averaging 19 points a game. He's had 7 steals, and he's a 46% field goal shooter. Olsen, 12-point average, 8 blocks this season, and 58% field goal shooter. Melchionda averaging 8, and Spellman averaging 7. Melchionda's the team leader with 46 rebounds.
Let's go, White. Come on now.
Overall, in the last game against Nipmuc, They shot 37% from the floor, and down low around the basket, Dover-Sherborn against Nipmuc was 63% successful. From the top of the arc, I think it was 6 for 8, something like that. It was 75% shooting, and that's pretty good. They're going to have to start rematching that. They want to get back in this game, as Martha's Vineyard will start the second half with the basketball.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they come out this half.
Roberts outside, brings it around Story. They work the ball well. Lake down low, nothing. Good defense by Diaz, 17 in the shot clock. Coming inside, force pass to Rodriguez. He has no problem.
Yeah.
34-19, half a minute gone in this second half.
It's a great pass by Coster also, just find Rodriguez. Good patience.
Luke Rinaldi with the ball as his team works left to right in this half. He's got the 360 pivot, nothing to do with it. Gets it back. High post, Olsen at the foul line, into the paint, shoots hard, and it's too hard. Rodriguez with the rebound. In the first half, leading scorers for the Raiders were Windle with 5, Rinaldi 4, Belkionda 4, Olsen 4, and Fang 2. Not a strong first half, and now the ball. See, that's the breaks you get when you're winning.
Yeah,
Sometimes the breaks go your way when you're winning, and when you're having a tough time, things seem to go against you. Like that. Story to Rodriguez.
Wow, that was a rough dunk there.
36-19, Raiders trail by 17. And it's culture shock, if nothing else. I don't know what else I could call it. It's a shock.
Yeah.
Weren't expecting this from this team. They came out cold, and the Vineyard came out hot as Windle makes a basket and goes to the line for the third-point attempt. They may be driven by something from last year when it was a very one-sided game, and they came out here fired up today. I don't know.
Or from the football season. Or...
I mean, it's really a year later, but so who knows?
Yeah.
Three-point play.
They're upset from a soccer game.
You never
They're
know.
playing for something.
Story turns around with the ball, only has 10 seconds to bring it up. Off to Roberts. Quickly, Roberts has it back for Lake. Lake at the foul line, pops. When you're hot, right?
Yeah. These are a couple contenders going at it right now.
High post, Olsen turns around. More of the same, maybe? I don't know. And they lose the ball. It's just not a good start to the third quarter as you wanted. Driving inside, Roberts kicks it back out to Rodriguez. All set by himself. And Rodriguez, no. They got 3 shots at it. And Roberts walks.
Yeah, Raiders got lucky on that possession.
Martha's Vineyard is boxing out much better on both ends of the boards. Windle goes around a pick. Windle outside of Rinaldi. Fake the 3 outside of Spellman. Takes it. Hits the supports.
Yeah.
And it'll be purple ball. Feels like one team is playing with sneakers and the other team's just playing in socks. That's the way it just feels because they're all over the place.
Yeah, or loafers.
And Martha's Vineyard, deservedly so, has a big lead. Nice feed inside. He went without the ball, and Coster turns it over. White ball. Good contingent all the way from Martha's Vineyard. You got to drive your car, come up by boat, then take your car off the boat, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, they come up by bus, I don't know. But it's a long haul to get here from the Vineyard.
Yeah,
and they have a good crowd here today. Plus, Dover-Sherborn is a great crowd. You are watching a live stream of Dover-Sherborn boys basketball from Dover-Sherborn Cable TV as Rinaldi goes for the 3.
We just can't seem to buy a basket right now here, Bruce.
Story, right side, Coster. Coster feeds out, intended for, but Story gets it anyways. Intended for Rodriguez, tipped to Story, and the lead is by 18 for Martha's Vineyard, and the fans of the team give themselves a big cheer. Matty Rodriguez has been a force.
Yeah, yes. He's one of the most impressive players I've seen come here in a while.
Oh, he's the most impressive opponent I've seen in the 6 games.
Yeah.
No question.
And he's been like, he hasn't been like too loud or anything.
No,
you know, he spreads the ball, he passes, and I don't know, you can tell he's just a force out there.
And he knows his place under the basket, and that's where he's going to be. And if you can't block him out, he's going to kill you.
And with a nice like dunk like that while being chased down, that was quite impressive.
Hey, come on, guys.
No changes for either squad. Gavin Lynch came in. I believe he's relieving Luke. Luke getting a breather, 4:29 to go in the quarter. Fang also came in for the Raiders. Olsen top of the key. Outside to Melchionda, works around a screen. Melchionda drives outside. Windle thinks about it. Jono fakes, and he traveled. I'm sorry, but he did. No one called it. No? Did he? Whoa, push there. Yeah, we got a charge. Offensive violation.
Yeah, the Costa was able to plant his feet. Good defensive play by him.
Diaz showing a 2-3 zone. And a steal and a breakaway. Jono. Windle. And a needless foul. I mean, a needless foul. There's no way you want to touch him there.
No.
But he'll go to the line and shoot a third.
Yeah, Costa being a little aggressive on that.
They got to find a spark.
They do. And it might be Jonah Windle today.
3:52 to go in the third. Lead now, 15 for Martha's Vineyard.
Sometimes you do have to just find the hot hand and get them the ball.
Story brings it up. You want to get it down to single numbers before the fourth quarter. Costa inside, forced to Rodriguez, goes out of bounds off a white shirt. It'll be purple and white ball.
Yeah, Fang almost with a very good defensive play. Just couldn't handle it.
Rodriguez misses one of the few times.
Right.
Windle all the way down the floor. Breaks, shoots short, gets his own rebound. He's trapped, brings it back out. Smart play, Windle. Cross court to Melchionda for a long one. Spike!
That's what they need.
Diaz pressing in the backcourt. Making Story work for it. Fly pass left side for Roberts. Then brings it back out to Lane. Josh Lane hands off to Story to set it up. And now you're looking at Toby Roberts. Toby has nothing. He's trapped. Lake outside. They're working the perimeter. Story for 3. Out. Into the hands of Melchionda. They break down the floor. Here comes Jono. He's got it tightly by Roberts. Brings it back out in the corner of Melchionda. Mason bounces inside. Olsen turns around the lane. Fakes, shoots, and misses. Olsen, his own rebound. Brian Olsen! That's
good at
7
that.
points in a row for the Raiders. They're down by 10.
That's huge. They needed this run bad.
Fang fouls. He went for the ball, got the player and the ball, and that's a foul on Fang. Both teams now have 2 team fouls. Subbing out for the Vineyarders. Zach's back in, unfortunately for the Raiders. And also 20 Napiers come in for Martha's Vineyard. Nice bench they've got.
Yeah.
Could they take Rodriguez out too? Lake shoots, hits. That breaks the streak. Mason, cross court to Windle. Olsen back out for Mason Melchionda. Looks around a screen. Foul on the floor. I've seen Windle with much better ball control this season and a much more confident Windle than we did last season. These guys got to grow every year, and they do under good coaching. Matt Mitchell, Brett Boyd, and Sam Merton assist Rick Grady, head coach for Dover-Sherborn. Bounce pass to Windle, fakes the 3, comes left wing. Back outside to Melchionda. into Olsen. Ball tipped to Melchionda, and he scores!
Oh, no! Oh, they needed that one.
We had stereo on that one. That ball just had too much spin on it. Luke coming back along with Spellman. Looking low. Zach comes outside, left side, driving in with
Yeah, Napier
out of
just
control
lost
is
it. What
Napier.
a pass!
Windows!
Oh, foul. No foul.
But the fans are yelling, not that he hit the player, he hit the backboards. And that alone should be a violation, but they didn't see it or didn't call it. I don't know.
What an excellent pass by Melchionda, too, to find Window.
Hey guys, hit the backboard. Let's go.
We have former players sitting behind us, so they're Dover-Sherborn players. But you know, I've noticed that former players really can see a game well. They've been there for a long time, and they know. We're at a football game. It was the football game that we lost to Shawsheen. We had former players there, and they knew everything that was going on.
Yeah.
I was listening to them because I was working alone that day,
You're funny.
and they were just giving me stuff by talking to each other, and they were right all the time because they know the game so well.
Yep.
Timeout called, I think, by Dover-Sherborn. In this quarter, Dover-Sherborn has 11 points, and the visitors have 10. Not much of a comeback right now.
And
It's hard.
it is.
It's hard to come back when you're down by a lot. But if a team gets hot, hey, you know,
Yeah, it's true.
it can happen. 1:24 to go in the third at a full 8-minute fourth is Luke Rinaldi, Gavin Lynch, Wang.
You know, and the Vineyarders are really playing as a team too. Just
True.
all scoring.
Melchionda and Windle round out the five for Dover-Sherborn. Melchionda with the boards. Melchionda slows it down. He's looking at Napier. Hands it over to Wang. Gets it back. Fang, make that. Every game I gotta do it once. Cross court to Windle. Fakes, comes baseline, shoots in traffic,
Yep.
gets fouled.
I think he hit the arm of Sam Zach.
3 team fouls on each team this half. Buck 8 to go in the third quarter. Fang outside. Charles Fang right side to Windle. Jonah looks at Lynch, dribbles once, gives it to Fang. Gets it back. Windle shoots the 3.
Oh,
Melchionda to Fang, fakes the 3, comes left wing. Back out to Gavin Lynch. Nice bounce pass. Melchionda for 3. Looks good. Nope, too deep. And the boards again. They get a third attempt at it. A fresh clock. Melchionda!
Oh,
What in
man.
the world?
What is going on?
If he calls a foul, he did. That's just not a good call. It should have been a tie-up earlier because, yeah, he fouled him, but it should have been a tie ball before that. But he gave him a chance to play, and we got a foul. Or do we? Was there no foul?
I don't.
I don't know. Maybe it was a tie-up, and they from the Dover-Sherborn had possession because I
Yeah.
didn't see a foul on the board.
Raiders just a little bit dead here.
Don't get it. Napier. Turnaround. Lake. Good shot. It's just caromed around the basket. Up the floor.
They still got a chance though.
They're going to hold for 1.
Only down 12. Just need a good run here.
Windle. 5 seconds. It's going to be Windle.
Oh man.
We have played 3. Raiders trail by 12. If you're a Raider fan, it's still doable. If you're from Martha's Vineyard, they've had a heck of a 3 quarters. Matter of fact, look at the scoreboard. I'm looking at all 3 quarters. MV led by 3 at the quarter, 13 at the half, and now they lead by 12 at the end of the 3 quarters.
Yeah, it looks like Vineyard has an injured player also with the boot on, who's like really tall. Yeah, the kid's probably like 6'9". I'm saying.
With the gray jacket?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's tall. I don't know who he is.
Gotta wonder if he's in there. It's probably a different team you're looking at.
They can only play 5. Bruce Glazer, Debbie Glazer here with Brad and Cam Crandall. It's a family game, huh?
You know, it's a family thing. Sebastian Hazar on Instagram, DS Cable TV. One word. If you want to check out some of the school highlights and other things around town.
Story has the ball. Left side. Zach gets it back, tries a 3. Clang comes down, they get it back. And a bomb hits the rim, comes down. They're rebounding everything.
Look at
Story. That's 3 shots. Now that's 4 attempts. Dover-Sherborn cannot stay with them on the boards.
No, and
That's a big difference.
we're not used to seeing this.
No,
You know?
they're not hitting the shots and they're not getting the rebounds.
I've never seen us out-rebounded.
What a stuff!
yeah.
Luke came halfway across the floor and said enough.
Great hustle there by Luke.
Luke in the face of Rodriguez. Left side, number 20, Cam Napier down low, shoots it high off the glass, and it's going the other way. Got a foul on number 5, he says. That would be Sam Zach, his first. Nope, they're calling the foul on 20, Napier, his second. 5 on them, 3 on Dover-Sherborn. Spellman over the Raider at midcourt.
They're doing a good job taking away our Luke Rinaldi, you know?
You know what they call it? Oh my gosh,
But
that was
he
a
still gets
pinball
that
shot.
one. There you go.
They call it taking away the lanes.
Yeah.
You know, covering the gaps.
Press your hand, press your hand.
You know, you can't take them away fully, but
Brad, who's the last basket?
that was Rinaldi.
It was Luke. Okay.
Nice
And that is
grab.
Spellman. Luke and Spellman in the last 2 buckets. Lead down to 8. Story loses it. No, he keeps it in bounds. Now he throws it away.
Hey, Raiders will take that all day.
Now, depending on what you do, you can cut it down even lower. The last 2 baskets, Deb, is that what you need? Rinaldi and
Spellman.
Spellman, the last 2 for stats.
Here he goes.
Spellman again for 3.
Oh, Lynch.
David Lynch!
Hey!
And a foul!
Love to see it.
Now,
Gavin
this is what you
Lynch.
call motivation. Turns
Yeah.
around. I'm sorry, not motivation, momentum. Momentum. And it can swing on a basket. Timeout, visitors. 6:24 to go.
So, Ethan Lynch is in attendance here. Oh, Bruce, what do you think here? I mean, time is running out.
Well, the Raiders have been on a 6-point run, 6-0 in this quarter already. Martha's Vineyard has not scored.
Yes,
So the 6-0
6-point
run.
differential here.
6 points is a game.
They can get it,
It's
yeah.
two long bombs away.
This is huge. And that was a big basket there by Lynch.
And I think if you can get that close to them, you can wear them down.
Uh-huh.
Long bus rides show up in the 4th quarter.
Yup. Let's see here if he can get this free throw here.
Nope.
Off. Luke, oh, almost. Oh, Raider ball.
They got a chance to pick up on that one. 6:19 to go in regulation. To Lynch. Back to Melchionda. Thinks better of it. Lynch bounces to Olsen. The football wide receiver gives it off to Melchionda. 3!
Yes, there it is.
And we've got a 3-point game. Who would have thunk it?
Love to see it.
Rodriguez in the backcourt gives it back to Story. Rodriguez has it. Drives the paint. Puts it up. Wild gets his own rebound. Wild.
Oh.
And Lynch has it. To Luke. A 1-possession game.
Good pick there by Lynch.
Melchionda thought about it. Brings it back out. Smart move. Set it up to Luke. Brian Olsen outside to Spellman to tie it up. Got it!
Oh, Spellman.
We are tied at 42, says Charlie Connolly of the old New York football Giants.
Love to see it. Spellman
Ball
getting blocked
comes
there.
loose.
Ooh.
They got it back. Story up to
Travel.
Lake, and we got it up and down. Double dribble, I believe.
Wow.
And it's white ball. They can take the lead for the first time in forever.
All right, yep. Rodriguez is telling his team, boys, slow down. Come on. They're getting a little ahead of themselves here. They let the Raiders come back. Let's see.
The problem with a big lead is you relax a little.
Yeah, I know.
In any sport, you tend to relax.
Or-
And if the other team starts coming back, this is what can happen. We got a foul on the floor. That puts Dover-Sherborn to the line for the rest of the game on fouls. So at the line, 1-1, Spellman makes the first. His team takes a lead, and Purple wants timeout. And strategic. Sometimes you see coaches in any sport wait too long to use the timeout.
Yeah.
But today, the girls and boys games we covered today, they've been using them well.
Yeah.
Before things get way out of hand.
Well, you know, you got to keep the faith in the team, but I was getting nervous there.
But the other thing is, he calls timeout to get his team reset, but he also wants to slow down the pace that Dover-Sherborn's putting to them, because Martha's Vineyard is starting to show some chinks in their armor.
Yep.
The Islanders have led by as much as 17 or 18, I think it was. And it's still all tied up. And for those of you who don't know, 42-42 and Charlie Connolly, he was a quarterback back in the 50s and 60s for the New York football Giants, and he wore 42.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if any other quarterbacks worn 42 for a quarterback.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
You weren't born back then either. Spellman. No lead, tie game. Lake with the boards. Story. Slowing it down. Yeah, they got to slow it down. They've been rushing too much, and the defense has been killing them. Off left side to Coster. He bounces high post, gets it back. On the left side, Story for three. Story rims it down to Melchionda.
Yep.
5 minutes to go on the nose. Luke, right side, Spellman. Spellman out to Luke. Cross court to Melchionda. Thinks about the three. High post, Brian Olsen. To Spellman for three.
Ooh.
Clang up and down. Story with the rebound. Nice positioning by Nate Story. Comes past the Raiders bench, past the Raider at midcourt. Right side for Coster. Not going to shoot from there, are you? Coster fakes it. Wants to get it back out, but can't. Cross court open. Zach! Nothing. Ball comes loose. And it's taken away by
Costa.
the Vineyarders. Lake. Got it!
Oh, that was
Gave them
big.
too much, and they score. 3-point game, 4:14 to go.
3-3 for 3.
45-42. Melchionda with the ball for the home team. Possession clock favors the Raiders. Olsen off the glass.
Oh,
no
no.
good. Story.
Window looking to check in, too, here for the Raiders.
Zach holds it. Back out to Lake. Zach gets it back. Sam shoots and rims it. Caroms off the glass to Luke Rinaldi. Melchionda left side to Zach Spellman.
Yep.
Luke shoots. Luke's off. And nice inside positioning by Rodriguez. And he gets the ball to Story. They move it quickly to Sam Zach, driving against Melchionda.
Good
Melchionda
steal.
tipped it away. Melchionda.
Oh.
Story gets it back.
Ooh.
Got a push foul on White. They're calling on Melchionda. But good hustle by Melchionda as he's helped up by Glick.
I wonder what Grady's saying. I wonder if he tried to call timeout.
Hey, let's go. D it up.
Nate Story with the ball. Junior. Zach. Clearing the boards is Olsen.
Only down by 3 here.
3:07 to go.
Trouble. Get foul trouble.
Luke Rinaldi. Luke gets it back. Melchionda for three. Looks so good, too. We got
Yeah.
a foul on white shirt. I believe it's Lynch.
That was a huge rebound there by Rodriguez.
Rodriguez complaining about something. I think he wants it to be a shooting foul, but it won't be. That's my only guess.
Yeah.
So no, I'm sorry. It's a. Oh, I thought the
It
foul was
is.
on
Yeah,
Dover-Sherborn.
wow.
It's on. That's why he's complaining.
I know if they're getting that good rebound.
Yeah, Rodriguez complaining about the foul. It's not on him. And one made by Lynch. The
Big
foul
hit.
was on number 5, Zach, his second. And that's why Rodriguez was complaining. Lynch will get a second. 1 point game.
Nice. Lynch knocking down his free throws. That's huge.
Presses on. Lake up to Costa. Right side, Rodriguez. Cross court, Story. Way across court to Zach. Feed down low to Rodriguez.
Wow,
Tipped
Olsen.
it, stolen by Olsen. DS can take the lead with 2.5 to go.
Down by 1.
Windle back out to set it up again. Olsen at the foul line. Melchionda pulls it in. Windle, 18 in the shot clock. 2:17 in the game clock. Lynch loses and loses.
Oh, brutal.
Purple ball, 1 point game. Vineyard had the lead, and the backcourt wants some help. Martha's Vineyard looking for somebody to come back and help. Pass up the court, Costa. Ball taken away by Melchionda. Drives against Costa, pushes him out of the way, lays it up, and in!
Oh!
And he gets fouled!
Melchionda. What a play. Great intensity there.
He lost the ball for a fraction of a second, regained and drove, put the elbow out, and drew the foul.
Wow.
So 46-45. Raiders, best game we've seen since the playoffs.
Yeah, it is. This is very exciting. Raiders with a 1 point lead now. Looking
Technical
to make
foul
it 2.
on Martha's Vineyard. And let me say, we've been talking about, abusive officials and, abusive coaches. A technical foul at this juncture of the game
It's huge. Now
is
they're looking to go
huge
up by
and
3.
a big violation.
Yup.
And he's just made 2 shots. He's got a third coming.
Oh my goodness.
No, he's got a foul shot coming. At
It's
least
4.
1 and 1.
I'm
Well,
confused.
he got 2 checks he made. Costa has to come out, and the coach is saying, "What were you thinking?" So
Yeah.
Costa's out. He's being talked to by the coach, and the coach not happy. I don't blame him.
It's gonna be.
That's not what you want late in the fourth quarter or any game at any juncture, but especially a close one. Melchionda will shoot again.
I think Coster's saying he might have slipped or something.
2:03 to go. Raiders with their 49-45 lead, and we have. I'm waiting to see what this is.
Yeah, Grady's saying.
Oh,
our
Grady's
ball.
saying it's our ball because I think the official got overwhelmed by the check, which means it's your ball afterwards.
Yeah,
And
that's just good coaching.
Yeah, when the foul was made, it's like Purple got the ball back.
Yeah.
And Grady's saying no. After a check, it's Dover-Sherborn ball, and it's a timeout. And that's an experienced coach.
Yeah, that's
He knows
good.
this game.
Because, I'm sure a lot of coaches wouldn't have
Now,
do that,
Look at this. The Vineyard, you get to this point in the Vineyard, their aggression, everything they've been doing, the motivation, the aggression, the momentum, everything's just falling down, and their legs got to be tired. It's a long day for them. But you know something? They can hit a couple of shots and tie it up.
Yep. It's not over yet.
This is not where their coach wanted them to be.
No.
DS back on the floor. 123 seconds to go in regulation, and who knows what.
I don't think Rodriguez has had that many touches lately either.
Rodriguez had a great first half. Remember in one of the games he had 26 points, 24 in the first half?
Yep.
But that was also a slaughter, so I'm sure they pulled him out and rested him. But in this second half, he's calmed down a lot.
Yeah, I don't think he's been putting up all the shots. All the other kids have been shooting a good amount.
And also, much better defense by Dover-Sherborn has stymied them as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Melchionda.
Yeah, we started getting rebounds.
And hitting shots.
Yep.
And drawing fouls. And playing DS basketball.
Exactly.
Windle not going to shoot. Turns it around.
Better late
Melchionda
than never, right?
Shoots. Supports. Turnover.
All right. The Vineyarders get a chance now. 1:42 on the clock.
Lynch is coming in for Spellman.
4 points down.
Vineyarders ball. Lake gets it over to 20. Cam Napier for Story. Story almost got it stolen from him. Story has it back. Looks at Napier. Looks left, comes left. Inside feed Rodriguez. Big guy across court for a bomb by Story.
Wow.
1 point game. Timeout.
That was huge. What a pass, too, by Rodriguez. And
49-48, yeah.
It's a clutch bucket by Story.
And I think Rodriguez knew he wasn't getting his shots, saw the man open, threw it.
Yeah.
Story.
But you know what, too? It's like, how many times would we see somebody like Rodriguez try to just force it in that position, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was just a good basketball IQ, unselfish play there to find the open man.
And I think when you go out of league and you play schools like this that are getting better like you are, and you play some of the Tri-Valley large teams this year, you're going to get better because of the competition you're
Yeah,
playing.
exactly.
.118 on the regulation clock to go in the game. 49-48 Raiders. Raiders with 19 points in this quarter. The visitors have 6. Raiders ball. Luke Olsen drives on the big guy, gets fouled before the shot, and that'll be 2 shots to the line as it's a double bonus situation at the line for the Raiders. That is more than 10 fouls on Martha's Vineyard. .113 to go in regulation. Olsen makes the first. Lake's coming in. Roberts is out. They want Lake for his rebounding and outside shot. Olsen makes both.
Nice.
3-point game. Raiders in the lead after trailing by as many as 17 or 18. Story against number 3 Melchionda over the timeline. Yells something out. Right side for Napier. Napier driving against Windle. Gets some freedom. Back outside to Zach. Story again. Oh, overshot that one. And here comes Windle. He's fouled immediately, and he'll go to the line. 33 with the foul. That's Lake's. Windle to the line to shoot a couple. His second foul on Lake.
Yeah, the Vineyarders were looking for that storybook ending. Neat story.
I had one for Zach and Story together. I was going to have
you did?
one liner,
Okay.
but
Well,
I decided not. Zach's a Story. But I wasn't going to use that.
You
So
should.
used, no, I don't want to. No, it was bad. It was just terrible. If they play another 100 times, I'll never use it.
That's so funny.
Windle at the line, 51-48. Rebound, Dover-Sherborn.
Nice
Fresh
board.
clock. Windle brings it back out, set it up. Luke to Lynch. Lynch has no help. Lynch says, okay, you. Olsen, back to Melchionda. Story in his face. Melchionda brings it back out. Foul. Timeout. No foul. No foul. Timeout. Rick Grady. Smart timeout. Up by 3. 39 seconds to go. The shot clock. You can run it down under 35, which is what the shot clock starts at, and get your shot off, which would really put. If you make your next shot, Martha's Vineyard's got trouble. A 3-point lead will go to 5 or 6, and if they foul, you go to the line and shoot 2. Dover-Sherborn only has 4 per team fouls on them, so they're not in foul trouble.
It's a good one here.
By the way, you gonna eat that pizza?
No, I saved that piece of crust for you. Bert.
Thank you. It's very nice of you. I'll pass. Story, Roberts, Zach, Rodriguez, and Napier out there for Martha's Vineyard. Melchionda, Windle, Olsen, Rinaldi, and Spellman for the Raiders. In the backcourt, Windle will bring it up. plenty of time to get a shot off. Outside for Melchionda. He drives. Spellman for Melchionda. You get the clock counting down. 6 seconds. Luke has nothing. Windle has to get it off. Luke shoots! Swing!
Oh, nothing but net.
Timeout, Rick Grady.
What a clutch shot there. Luke Rinaldi doing it again. Unreal.
Luke Rinaldi has not had a great day. I know he's not 100%, but he's got guts, determination. He's got and he leads this team by example.
Yeah,
and that was an example there. A 6-point lead, just under 18 seconds to go.
He's a very unselfish player also, you know.
And when you're not having your game today, you give it to somebody else who's, playing better.
Yeah.
But,
you know, and sometimes you don't even know if it is your game because, you know, it's not like he's just shooting and missing. He's playing smart basketball. He's passing it. He's playing excellent defense. He's hitting these clutch three-pointers at the end of the game.
14 points in this quarter for the Raiders, 6 for the visitors.
Big shout-out, too, to our viewers. Shout-out to Dan Bennett. You're the man.
Is he watching?
Yep.
I thought I heard somebody has no timeouts, and I wonder if that's Martha's Vineyard. It could be Rick Grady's. Someone's out of timeouts. I don't know who. But you're down by 6, and it's your ball. You got to hit a 3 right now. 14.2 to go in the game in regulation. Here comes Napier. Someone's going to take it. Foul on the floor.
Huh.
That'll be the 16th foul on the Raiders. One more sends Martha's Vineyard to the line. What an exciting game, Brad.
Yep, 10.8 on the clock here.
Story's going to take it. And that does it. Lynch with 6 seconds. Back to Olsen. They don't want to get fouled. They just want to win the game, and they do.
What a win here. Unbelievable. Raiders winning it 54-48. Bruce, what do you got to say about that?
You know what I'm going to say? I was going to say that most teams lose a game, and maybe this was the one. But the Raiders came out not early second half, but mid-third quarter, all of a sudden turned it on, and their motivation, their momentum, everything came back. And you could see they were wearing down the opponent. And, you know, as Martha's Vineyard, they're looking, where's our lead going? You see it in hockey.
Yeah.
A 3-goal lead is dangerous.
It is.
And in football, a 3-touchdown lead is dangerous because you settle down a little bit, your momentum, and just what's the word I want? Your get up and go is not as high as you want it to be, and all of a sudden the other team comes on and you don't know what's going on. And they try to come back, but DS wins by 6. Final scoring totals for the home team. Melchionda led them with 15. Rinaldi had 9. Brian Olsen 8. 11 for Windle. 2 for Fang, 4 for Lynch, 5 for Spellman. Thank you, Debbie Glazer. And any final thoughts? The Raiders are 6-0, and the Vineyarders are 4-1.
Yeah, you know, I'm proud of the boys for pulling this one out. I don't know what Grady told them at the half, but whatever he told them, it sure worked.
So a lot of smiling faces on the home side, and I think the Martha's Vineyard crowd's a little bit surprised and dismayed, as I expect they would be. It's a long ride home. Final score, Dover-Sherborn 54 and Martha's Vineyard 48. We thank you for watching our live stream and cablecast of Dover-Sherborn boys basketball. From our crew, until next time, so long, everyone. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.